Hi Taurus, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to my cross-watchers. Cross-watcher, if you're dealing with a Taurus, the message might actually just be for you, so feel free to take it however it resonates with you in your situation. Keep in mind, these are general and timeless readings. Everything that you need to access is down below in my description box, my website link, Instagram handle, all that good stuff. Never give your power away over to these readings. You're in full control over your own life choices and decisions. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the ways you've been here and supported the channel. Let's go ahead and dive in. We have the forest right in the center. There's the shapeshifter. Dude, I had these exact cards. Was it Cancer? This is super weird. It's like a lot of these same cards came out. We have the Father, and it's in the full on in the reverse. Feels like this. It feels almost like navigating the complexities of a personality type that you're trying to move through. And there's the empty room. So you may desire just like space, whether it's like your own space to yourself. You may go there, and especially if it's outside of this situation, there's like somewhere, something like that, maybe some even like space is being created in your life. And so you could have seen another side of this person, whoever this represents in your life. They could be a father, and they have another side to them. We all do, okay? It's like, I mean, we all have emotions and stuff like that, but there's the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and there's the Death card in the reverse. Okay, this looks like a power struggle that's been going on, and this person might feel like you're quite blunt. Maybe there are times of shutdown in communication, but there's the Ten of Swords in the upright. This person maybe there's some lessons there, obviously. Like, every relationship is some kind of lesson, but we have the Nine of Cups. There's the Knight of Pentacles. There's the Page of Swords in the reverse. There's the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, the best nines. Five of Pentacles is in the upright. We have Six of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. There could be a birthday celebration coming up, especially if this is Scorpio, because that's a Death card. There could be a birthday coming up. Maybe thinking about it. And there's the Hermit in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the upright. Oh, wow. Six of Pentacles is in the reverse. Okay. So here you were in the recent past, like working on finance goals, things like that. Working really hard, especially if you're dealing with something with work. Like, you're consistent, you show up, you do, like, you're hardworking, all that. And so someone could see you as being like reliable and everything. This is my favorite 10 out of the hard 10s, because it's not so much like betrayal. It could be a person here that is very wise and working with you. Especially, there's like a difference in age or maturity or something along those lines. But there could be something like, you may be like, there could be someone here that maybe it's going to turning around in a good way. This could have been an argument or disagreement that transpired here, and And so, yeah, like, there was someone here, maybe it could have been kicked out, but it's like, whenever this situation comes back in, it's like it naturally happens. Like, people just revert into these lower states. Like, see how there's almost like this, this is not an actual word, but like a dematuring. It just naturally happens, and it might just be that someone needs to be out on their own, or, you know, does better in some kind of way, like figuring out what that is, and that's how you're gonna get through it, is like knowing yourself. But that's kind of what happened. There was like a disagreement because there were harsh things that were said, and there's some people that have their guard up because sometimes it's like there's no filter and stuff like that. But there's a maturing that is taking place. Look at this. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, and then it's developing into the Queen of Swords, where someone is like learning how to, maybe through communications, there's a lot of lessons like that are playing out. But in general, this was just talking about the recent transits, because I do know this was happening in the astrology. Like, Mercury was in Virgo, and it was like really harsh communications. That's kind of what the Knight of Swords is. It's like this vacillating back and forth between like dishing out really harsh criticism or saying things that really like hit some sensitive spots, and then sometimes shut down in communications. And you have to be aware of that, like, because of these power dynamics, it looks like they're all around communications, obviously boundaries, but, you know, silent treatment, what do they say? Like, it's a form of control. And there's maybe moments of shutdown in communications, or people just like withdrawing. And what was that at the very end again? Oh yeah, the Hermit in the reverse. Someone feels the need to put some boundaries up from another person in their life. Because it could be too that through this process, someone could have been mirroring someone and then realizing that it wasn't like manifesting in something that they wanted. You know what I mean? It could have, like, boundaries are so freaking tricky to learn about, because you eventually find out how it's affecting you. Like, it can either drain you, or it affects your health, or there's all these different ways that it can show up. And that's kind of like this, I have to do this for myself. That's always how I view the Queen of Swords, is feeling like you have to put some boundaries up, because you have to do it for, like, not just yourself, but also for the other person. Like, you just know that that's kind of what you need to do. It's not like this immature, it's not like that, especially the Queen of Swords. Like, Queen of Swords is very mature and does things because it's like more, what was I gonna say? How do I describe this? Queen of Swords will do cutoffs or put boundaries up, not in this vindictive, revengeful way. It's more of like this stoic, like, peaceful way of parting things. Like, not wanting to deliberately do harm to another person. You know, it's stuff like that. But, you may like your independence. For, I don't know. There could be something where something's gonna come to an end. Obviously, some of this stuff. Ten of Swords, we have the Death card. There's an ending that's coming up, and when you come out, you may be starting to feel like good. Maybe there's just something that's like, it's gonna turn out better than you think, or things are gonna go better. But especially, you might be happier. I don't know, that's the tricky thing. Like, there's some energy that's coming forward, but it might be because someone's like in a good relationship with themselves. You know what I mean? It's kind of a thing like that. What else is the other thing? Oh. You know, that's the other thing that's kind of concerning, Taurus. Like, if there was this abandonment that took place somewhere in the connection, it's like, and someone is trying to come back around for either a second chance or, you know, putting pride aside and all of those things. Because I always feel like there's a pride and prejudice type of thing in these dynamics. But let's say this potentially could come back around. Like, what's to say that there's not going to be this abandonment or ghosting or all of a sudden just dropping off the face of the planet and then someone's sitting there left with some kind of responsibilities? Like, why would someone take the risk and, you know, like, gamble their happiness in their relationship with themselves? What, you know, it is a gamble. And that's what's concerning. Yeah, there are probably some good, valuable lessons. Nothing intentionally betrayal or throwing each other under the bus. When it comes to this particular connection, it looks like that hasn't really happened. Any of these, like, trying to hurt each other type of situations. But, it felt, in general, there is just no communication. And I guess that's what's really confusing is it's like if there's not active action and communication and, you know, like someone trying to reach out and connect and show things, like, why take action on something? Because, like I said, there's this risk of getting ghosted or abandoned again because someone just kind of did that. Their pride or ego was wounded because they weren't immediately chosen, but it was after a period of time of someone going through something really challenging and grueling, and so it wasn't like straight up, oh, you didn't get chosen. It was like it was a circumstantial thing, but pride got in the way, and then, you know, here's this person that just dropped off the face of the earth out of nowhere and now is wanting to come back in and make some kind of offer. And it seems inconsistent, even though, you know, there's a lot where you can just logically realize that you were like brought into a situation completely unbeknownst to you. You know, that's one thing to take into consideration. But that inconsistency is just, it's really risky to make a move on. And I know nothing in life is really set in stone, but like there'd have to be more communication or engagement to really show that there's like something concrete to work off of here, you know? Like there has to be some kind of effort put in to just know, like, and to know that this isn't going to happen again if this already did happen. It's hard to recover from that because this really can be damaging. You know, when people just drop off, you should look up ghosting and stuff. No contact and ghosting, we just have to clarify this. No contact and ghosting are completely different things, okay? Ghosting would be more like, you know, this energy. It's a person that doesn't have quite the communication skills, or they're acting whatever attachment style. I'm not even going to try to memorize that stuff. But it's like, yeah, communication is super important in this. Anyway, I'm going to dive into the extended. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below. Click on the Vimeo link, see it over there. But who are you? Taurus. If this is where we leave things, sending you so much love. Wishing you all the very best. See you in the next reading. Take care.